Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. See, I can't figure out how to get, I feel like it should be my face that's up on the big screen, but we're going to look at Jordan and baby Jackson. Welcome to our fourth new coach mentorship call. Today is April 30th, and it is the last day of the month, and it is the last day that we have the opportunity to help change lives and work towards our goals in the month of April, because starting tomorrow in May, we are all going to start off with a fresh new slate. So I don't want anybody to feel like panicked or overwhelmed by the fact that it's the last day of the month if you haven't set or haven't achieved that personal goal that you had set for yourself, because there is absolutely still time in the day to help change other people's lives. Today is also Transformation Tuesday, so it is the perfect day to continue to share a piece of your health and fitness journey. I know a lot of coaches can kind of fall into the trap of like, well, I've already shared my transformation photo. I shared it last week, or I shared it the week before that, or I shared it a month ago. But you guys, like Jordan and I have built our businesses by sharing our transformation photos all the time. We share them probably at least twice a week, but shooting for at least once a week as a newer coach, like as you are still like getting your transformation with our products and programs, is something that's really, really important, because it is going to show your audience that you are still showing up and that you are getting results. And it's going to help build that trust with your friends and family. Because a lot of the times they have to watch us for a little while before they decide that they're ready to jump in. And if we can show that we are like living, breathing products of the products and we are getting results with it, then that is the best way to help build that belief in them. I recommend, sharing different kinds of transformation photos too. Like some of them might be like a front view. Maybe this week you show a side view or a back, or even like a face to face, because it only takes a few weeks of like eating a clean diet and drinking Shakeology to really notice a difference in your face, and that your eyes look brighter and your smile is bigger. And those kind of posts can be very, very impactful, as long as they are tied with a piece of your story. Because it's one thing to post the photo, but to be able to share a piece of your story and kind of where you were before to where you are now is incredibly impactful, because it's the words that you write relating to where you used to be or to what you're working out of that people are going to relate to. I share the story about how I was an exhausted toddler mom of a 2-year-old and a baby who was basically surviving on peanut butter and jelly crusts and coffee. I share that story like once a week, if not every other week at the most. And I always get at least one message in my inbox from another mom who is in that like exhausted toddler phase, who is surviving off of their kids' cold lunch off of the high chair or whatever. But it's those like tangible details that people are able to connect with and relate with, and prompts them to just start talking with me more. And from there we can kind of talk about what their specific struggles are, what their goals are, and how connecting them with simple tools that we have, the nutrition, the fitness, and the support and the accountability, how that is like the whole package in order to get them their results. So if you are in a place of like, maybe you have a couple people that are close and interested, have a couple people who like you've been having conversations with, and then maybe it's gone a little quiet, like let us know, because we want to be able to help you navigate those so that you can still hit your goals this month. Jordan, did you want to tell them give a little testimony about your coach that's rocking it this month?
Yeah. So just to piggyback off what Logan said, just because it's the last day of the month doesn't mean that you give up, doesn't mean that you quit, doesn't mean that you stop pushing. Even if you've already hit Success Club, like I'm at SC14, I'm not stopping. Like I have 3 enrollments out and I fully intend on messaging them to see if they're going to complete them today. Like I'm not stopping just because I've already hit Success Club. So, same thing if you haven't though, like don't quit. There's been more than 1 month that I can count that I haven't been at Success Club and it's been the last day of the month and I end up, superseding that goal that I had of Success Club and getting even more than that because I had just pushed, I wanted it. Success Club is a non-negotiable for my business and I don't stop until I get to Success Club, even if it's 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, until that window closes and bumps over to the first of the next month. I don't stop if I don't have it. So I have a new coach that's in this group. Actually, her name is Morgan, and I wanted to shout her out because this was her as of this morning. She was at SC4 this morning, and she's been pushing and pushing all day, and she just hit Success Club, and she's got 2 other people that are right there ready to go, and hopefully we'll get them signed up, and she'll be at SC10 by this evening, hopefully. So she didn't give up. She didn't stop sharing. She didn't get defeated and say, I'm not at Success Club. This is the last day. I might as well quit. She had a positive mindset. She told herself she was going to do it and she did it. So you just have to believe in yourself and believe that your story is going to help someone as long as you're sharing it. That's what she did. That's what I do. That's what Logan does. Morgan posted, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, maybe. She posted her first week, 2-week transformation from starting 80-day obsession here recently. And she got a bunch of messages from it, So it doesn't matter whether you've been doing the program for 1 week or a month. Share your progress. You, just like we talked about a couple weeks ago, you have to be a product of the product to be able to share stuff, and that's what she's been doing. So props to Morgan. Congratulations, Morgan. We're very proud of you, and keep pushing, and everybody else keep pushing.
Yeah. So a couple questions that I have gotten the last couple days from some of you guys. A couple people had asked about signing up your significant other, and I am going to find a video from YouTube where they kind of like dive a little bit more into the numbers of why exactly you sign your spouse. But I can just speak from my personal experience with signing up Levi as a coach. He was not one of the first 2 coaches that I signed up because I didn't know any better. I signed up a friend from high school and I signed up my husband's cousin because they were both like ready to join me based on the physical transformation photo that I had shared. And Levi was my 3rd coach that I enrolled. And he ended up being placed on, one of my 2 legs, but the coach that was right above him started building eventually as a coach. And if I had kind of had my, ish together and knew to sign him up first, because he's below her, we are missing out on the volume and the potential income that could roll up from her account if she had been placed below him in my genealogy. But because he's below her, now all of her volume and stuff rolls up to my account, but we don't get to double dip on Levi's account. So the reason that you sign a spouse account is because we are in this business. Nobody gets into this business like to make a quick buck. We are all in this business to build a long-term residual income for our family. And in order to do that, the smartest way to do that is to have an account up at the top of one of your legs that you can control, that will be income coming into your family. Because what it allows you to do is, as you continue to build your team below this account, you get to double dip on the volume and the income that you're paid on. So you get to be paid here and in your personal account. It takes time, obviously, to generate income coming through that account. It's not something that happens right away. And it is a little bit of a trust fall in the beginning, because a lot of people are like, well, I'm not making a bunch of money yet, so I don't know if I can justify spending to open another account. And there are ways that we can absolutely keep this cost effective for you. What I did was I signed Levi up. This was back in the era of DVDs, so it's not like super applicable now, but the next DVD program that I wanted to do, I ordered through Levi with Shakeology. What I usually recommend doing now is like a 3-day refresh challenge pack that comes with Shakeology. So you have like the 3-day refresh kit for you to use personally, that you can use like either at the starting or ending of a program to help enhance your results. And so you have that personal testimony of this like 3-day cleanse that we have. And then because my husband was not willing to drink Shakeology, his account shakes were, well, we didn't have like all the bells and whistles like we do now, like the performance line and beach bars and other like products that I could order through his account. So I ordered Shakeology that came in the packets through his account. And I sold those packets in like sets of 5 for $25. So not only was I using those to help build my potential client base, but I was getting my money back on what we were ordering through his account each month. So I wasn't out like extra money. It was helping build my business at the same time. And it wasn't until 2 years into my business that Levi decided he was ready to like try drinking Shakeology consistently. Talk about being a skeptic and like needing to watch someone for a long time. Like he had to watch his own wife, who had 2 postpartum transformations like with these products. He had to watch me for 2 years before he was willing to jump in and do it. And now he is honestly more consistent with drinking a shake than I am. Like he cannot leave the house without it when he leaves for work in the morning. But having his account where it is in my team brings us life-changing income every single week. We are talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which eventually will grow into thousands of dollars every week, just from having him at the top of my organization. He is not out there recruiting. He is not out there working as a Beachbody coach, but he supports me, in my business, and we have his account there. And so I initially, enrolled 2 coaches underneath him to make him an Emerald coach when I was working towards Diamond. And then we actually ended up maxing out the amount that he could earn every week as an Emerald coach. The max that you can earn as an Emerald coach from the Team Cycle bonus, the residual, basically like double dipping income that I talked about, is $250 a week. And once we kind of hit that maximum cap, then I had to build him to Diamond so that we weren't like basically flushing money down the toilet every week. But think about that. What could an extra $250 a week just passively, not necessarily through extra work that you're doing, do for your family? What can an extra $1,000 a month do for your family? Because that is the potential that a spouse account can bring to the table for you. That's not including what I bring in through my own personal 2 business centers. That's just what we bring in through Levi's account. So I will find a YouTube video that goes a little bit more specifically into why, but I just want you to understand that it's a bit of a trust fall in the beginning. If you have questions on what to sign them up with, then we are more than happy to help you with that. But I promise in the long run, you are going to be so thankful that you signed them up and placed them where you did when we were first going through this mentorship program. So take it from someone who like didn't know any better when she was first, signing coaches up, because if I could go back and do it over, I would, because there is income that we're missing out on by not having him at the very tippy top. Were there any questions that had come through from your girls that you wanted to address before we kind of wrapped this up?
No, but I was going to say too, not just the income potential, but when I first started, Josh and my mom were my first two coaches. So they were keeping me in Emerald until I found a few girls that started building as well. So, having those two accounts that I could manipulate if I needed to, helped me stay Emerald. So I was cycling too. So, I mean, that's another bonus of having at least one account that you can, bank off of being able to control. And then eventually you will put someone under your spouse's account who becomes a builder, and, you'll be like, dang it, but it's volume, so it doesn't matter. So, but yeah, spouse accounts they're vital to your business. And it's so hard to see in the beginning, but it's definitely worth it for sure. So, but I think that was it. The spouse account was one that I was getting a lot. So
yeah, and we are unique in Beachbody in being able to do that, and being able to utilize an account like that to help maximize the compensation plan, because a lot of other companies don't allow something like that. So it really works towards our benefit. And if anybody needs, sometimes husbands want proof on what the benefit is, and any of us would be happy to share a graphic of what our income progressions are that includes a spouse account. So if your husband is like my husband and wants to actually see some numbers to prove that it's legit, I'm happy to share that with you guys as well. But I think that is about all we are going to cover today. Make sure that you are posting something for Transformation Tuesday, whether it is a transformation of your face or a different angle of your body. Maybe you have, your favorite jeans that, you used to wear pre-baby, and maybe they're fitting a little bit better. Those kind of photo comparisons are always really powerful. So I don't want anybody to shy away or feel like they missed the mark on their goal this month, because there is still so much time to help people, and so many lives that just need to be changed by this. Just make that list of 10, 10 descriptors of how you felt before starting your journey. And I want you to write down then 10 that describe how you feel now, and use those experiences and those words to help kind of craft your post of where you were before and where you are now and where you're headed, and get people to join on the journey with you. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to drop them below in the comments or post in the group or shoot us a message. We do have a team call tonight at 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central. We are going to have a guest speaker. Jordan, do you want to tell them about our guest speaker really quick?
Yeah, her name is Kinsey, and I found her. If you guys were on the call a few weeks ago with Kyra, Kyra is her sponsor coach. So I started following Kyra, and then Kinsey popped up and was all over my feed. So I just reached out to her because we had a lot of mutual friends. So we just started talking, and she actually is from a town next to mine, like 20 minutes away, small world. So she's just rocking her business. She's only been a coach for 11 months. May will be her 1 year coach anniversary, and she is already a 2-star diamond. She's number 144 in the company, all kinds of other stats that I will tell you guys tonight on the call, but she's done some pretty freaking impressive stuff in 11 months. So just make sure you're on there, because I'm excited to hear from her, and I'm not even a new coach, but there's always something you can learn from every single call that you listen to. So it doesn't matter. So I'm excited. You all should be excited too.
I'm so excited. I love learning from coaches who are super experienced in the business, and then also coaches who are new and coming in and having success and just can bring a fresh new perspective on how things are working for them. So we're super excited to have her tonight. I hope that you guys all can make the time to join us. We love to have a big OFE representation when we have guest speakers. So I think that is all for today. Let us know if you guys have any questions, and we are excited to help you finish up your goals this month. Bye, guys.